here. I want to do a little quick video um, on women you should avoid, and then part two of this will be men you should avoid according to Bible biblical scriptures. Okay. Um, there is significance of men and women you should avoid according to the scriptures. All right. Um, So men, be very careful of the women that you come across and come in contact with, because the majority of them walking the earth are wicked, and so be wise. Be wise in your decisions, because a woman can bring you down to the pieces of bread, according to the scriptures. So they can bring you down to a lower vibration. They destroy men. Wars are fought behind women. Men die behind women, a wicked woman. 9 times out of 10, when you see these brothers and you see stuff happening in the streets and brothers getting killed, people getting killed, majority of the time there's a woman behind it. So wars have been started over women, okay, and uh, things like that. Not saying that men we are perfect. I'm not saying men are better than women. I'm not saying none of that. I never said that. We're just talking about uh, women that you should avoid. Okay, women to avoid, and that goes for men and women. Okay, so women you should avoid these type of women as well. All right, because they can be detrimental to you as well and bring you to their level of vibration. Okay, which is a lower vibration, uh, higher than what you operate at. So we're gonna get into the scriptures, see what the scriptures say about men and women that you should avoid. All right. So we're gonna go to Proverbs 26, uh, or Proverbs 6. I'm sorry, Salakia. Proverbs 6 and 24 through 26. Okay. It says to keep thee from an evil woman. It says from the flattery of the tongue. It says of a strange woman. Okay. Flattery of the tongue. So they're smooth with their words. They flatter you. Like we was talking about. Their words are spells. You can cast a love spell on somebody by saying you love them so many times, or what I'm saying. It's a love. It's a spell. Okay, so love can be a spell. If it ain't love of the Most High, and all truth and righteousness, it's a spell. Any worldly love that they try to talk to you about is a spell. Okay, it's not divine. It's a spell to keep you under their control and manipulation. All right. So it says, from the woman. It says, so keep from an evil woman and from the flattery of a tongue of a strange woman. It says, lust not after her beauty in thy heart, neither let her take thee with her eyelids. It says, for by the means of a whorish woman is brought to a piece of bread. Okay, and an adulteress will hunt for precious life. Okay, so just with that scripture alone, um, I mean, for instance, we could take lust not after her beauty, right? Okay, 9 times out of 10, when you look on the internet, what do you see? You see beautiful women showing their bodies, knowing that they're not being modest, okay? Because their body is supposed to be only shown to their husband. It's not for the whole world to see. Okay, what you have underneath your clothing. All right. So that's the difference between a modest woman and modern women. A lot of these modern women are whorish women, and they even rap about it. They sing about it. Um, don't get me wrong. Men are doing just as bad stuff, but we're not focusing on the men right now. Okay, that's gonna be for the next lesson. All right. So don't get it twisted. I'm gonna do both. So there's no confusion. All right. But you know, um, You know, they showing their booty, capping their cheeks on the camera for views. They on OnlyFans. They doing all this whoredom. Okay, that's why, uh, the scriptures talk about women enticing men to sin. You're enticing a man to sin. You know what I'm saying? You're enticing him to transgress the Most High's laws because men are visual. All right. So when you carry yourself like that, if he lusts after you, you bringing him to a lower piece of bread. You know what I'm saying? You bringing him down as a man by carrying yourself like that, and then you wonder why a lot of these men out here don't respect y'all, and they don't look at you as what the new term is today is high value one man or woman. They don't look at you the same. They look at you like they treat you like they gonna treat a hoe because that's how you carry yourself. So don't be alarmed when you like I can't find a good man. They treat me like this, but look how you carrying yourself. You're not giving him nothing to respect. So he's not gonna respect you. You're not giving him nothing to respect. Okay. So and then it says, neither let her take thee with her eyelids. All right. So you know my father always told me uh look at the eyes. You always can tell somebody. You can look through somebody's soul through their eyes. All right. You can see somebody's soul through their eyes if they a good person or not. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times these women, what they doing, they painting their faces, they wearing this makeup, they wearing the lashes, okay? And the lashes came from um a woman named Gerda Priddle, okay? She invented the lashes. She was a prostitute who invented lashes to stop I mean, not cum, but semen from getting into uh the sex worker's eyes. That's where the lashes came from. Okay. Um. So that's why it says neither let her take thee with the eyelids. Okay. Cause it's like it's like sex appealing. Okay. Uh. But it says for the means of a whorish woman a man is brought to a piece of bread. It says and the adulteress will hunt for precious life. Okay. So a lot of times um we dealing with single mothers and stuff like that, but to each his own. I'm not knocking single mothers. I'm not saying you should date them and stuff like that. But according to the scriptures, the reason why we fall under a lot of the curses and we don't receive a lot of the blessings is because once you lay with a man and you have that man's child, and biblical law, technically that's your wife. Okay, regardless of the business contract that you go sign at the courthouse, because that's just a business contract. Okay, putting the government into your affairs. Okay, so basically, once you lay with that woman and have that child, that's your wife. Okay, and it says not to put your wife away. All right. So you're supposed to reconcile. So pretty much when y'all break up and y'all split and you doing the single father thing, you doing a single mother thing, and then you hop into another relationship with another man, you're committing adultery. Okay, you committing adultery because technically you're not supposed to marry that woman or be in a relationship with that woman until her husband dies. Now once he dies, then you can marry her. You know what I'm saying? But until then, you committing a fornication and adultery. All right, and that's the truth according to scriptures. Okay. So now, when we're dealing with worldly laws and stuff like that, it's a little bit different. Okay, and it does say in the scripture, follow the law of the land. You're supposed to follow the law of the land, but if the land of the law is having you disobey the God's laws, statutes, and commandments, you don't have to honor their law. Okay, so it is what it is. But we're talking about the spiritual side of it according to the Most High. All right. Um. Yeah, so you gotta avoid these type of women, right? A lot of them are simple, they're clamorous, then they don't know nothing. Okay, so when you try to bring forth this type of knowledge and stuff like that, um, they're gonna shun it, they're gonna reject it, things like that. They don't want to accept the truth when it's presented to them. All right. um, so yeah, so men try to stay away from these type of women. All right. So the precepts to Proverbs 6:25 is Samuel 1:2 through 5. Okay. Second Samuel 1:2 through 5. Oh no, I'm sorry. So like, yeah, I'll take that back. Second Samuel 11:2 through 5. So go to Second Samuel 11:2 through 5, and um, it's gonna say, let me see. All right, it's gonna say, and it came to pass in the and even evening tide that David arose from off his bed, okay, and he walked up upon the roof and of the king's house. From the roof he saw a woman washing herself, and the woman was very beautiful to look upon. Okay, so she was a very alluring woman, right? It says, and David sent and inquired after the woman, and said, and one said, that is not this Bathsheba, okay, the daughter of Elam, the wife of Uriah, a Hittite, okay. It says, and David sent the messenger and took her, and she came in unto him, and he lay with her, for she was purified from her uncleanliness, and she returned unto her house. It says, and the woman was convinced and sent and told David, and he said, I am, and and said said, I am with child. Okay, so David took this man's wife, laid with her, purified her, because he was a king of Israel at that time, a righteous man. Okay, dude was a Hittite. I don't know. I know he was a soldier, and David tried to have him killed because he sent him out to war. I know that, and that was one of the transgressions that came upon David that he had to repent for. You know what I'm saying? Because he was bogus. All right. Um, but he sent he sent the messenger to her. The messenger went to her. She came to David. They mingled, and then he laid with her, and then she ended up getting pregnant. Okay. So it says in Matthew 5:28, it says, but I say unto you that whosoever look on a woman to lust after her have committed adultery. So David committed adultery when he did that. She committed adultery when she did that, because she was married, right? It says with committed adultery with her already in his own heart. So once he looked upon her and lust after her, he already committed adultery in his own heart. You know what I'm saying? So, man. So, and that was the king. He was a king of Israel, and by him doing that, that brought him down to a piece of bread. And we seen what happened to him after he did all that. You know what I'm saying? That was the start of his fall. Okay. Um, but it says, man, stay away from an evil woman. It says, from the flattery of her tongue, and of a strange woman. A strange woman is a Gentile woman. Okay, so a Gentile means non-Israelite. Okay, so a woman from another nation as well. So just like with the interracial dating, I have an interracial child. You know, uh, but like I said, times have changed, and the Bible does say you are what your father is. Um, but technically, we're not supposed to be dealing with them. But times have changed, so I mean, kind of is susceptible by society. Okay, but it says lust not at how beautiful she is, For the nature of a whorish woman are men brought to a piece of bread. Okay, so we weren't supposed to date these strange women because 9 times out of 10 we start serving their gods and start worshiping their gods and their heritages and their stuff like that, and that's what brings us down spiritually. Now, if she lays with you and then she converts to your religion, then it's divine and it's sanctified and it's justified. Okay, because she converted to your heritage. Okay, so then it's okay in the sight of the Lord. You know what I mean? Because she believed what you believe. All right. Um, but I don't put no measure on love personally. Me as myself, you gonna find love in many different areas. Just like when I get to arguing with these biblical Israelites on here about Ruth the Boaz. Okay, Ruth was a Moabite that married an Israelite that converted to her custom. So once she converted, she became Israel. Okay, because she converted to the covenant. Okay, she didn't believe in the Buddha and all the Moabite belief. Okay, so um, and they bore a son, which is Jesse. Okay, and then Christ is the root of Jesse. So his lineage was started by interracial marriage. Okay, but she was a righteous woman because she converted to the covenant of the Most High. And a lot of these biblical Israelites try to argue that, but I mean it says it clear as day in the scriptures, But that's a whole nother lesson. Okay, so basically, stay away from an evil woman, flattery of the tongue, other than your nation that doesn't serve and have the same morals or respect you have. Okay, because they will bring you down to a piece of bread. You know what I'm saying? You ever, like, for instance, for example, you ever been in a relationship with a so-called European woman, okay, and then you get her so mad and she calls you the NIGGR word. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, like, yeah, I knew it, and then you finally be like, I knew it. You know what I'm saying? So once you get mad, they show their true colors. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that they don't care about you and stuff like that, but you just made her that mad that she calls you that word. So where your heart really lie at, you know? That's just for example, okay? I'm not saying they can't redeem themselves from that and repent and be, you know, from their actions, because it was their spirit that was in the wrong place. That's why the scriptures say we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but principalities and spiritual wickedness in high places. So it's not the flesh and blood that we really have the problem with. It's the spirit that's within the flesh and blood. Okay, so they gotta reevaluate their spirit just like we have to as well. Okay, for our hatred and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's all hatred that was geared to us, and put instilled in us, from the enemy, which is the serpent, which is the Satan, which is Lucifer, which is the devil, which is these demons that we fight against every day. Okay. So go to Proverbs 9:13. It says, "And a foolish woman is clamorous, and she is simple and knoweth nothing." Okay, so what is clamorous? Clamorous is vigorous in demands. Okay, they always demanded something. Okay, it's always some type of demand or complaints or noisy or imprudent or loud or uproarious or vicious or argument spirit. If you arguing with your girl a lot of time, or she always got a negative vibration, or she always coming with some type of demands or complaints, if she noisy, loud, you know what I'm saying, obnoxious, imprudent, uproarious, you know what I'm saying? That's a clamorous woman. That's the type of woman you want to stay away from because it's always gonna be a problem. Okay, she always gonna be a problem, or she gonna find a way to make a problem out of nothing. Um, so avoid a foolish woman who is noisy and complains. She is simple and knoweth nothing. She has no knowledge. She's simple. That's simple-minded. She is simple-minded woman. Okay, stay away from those type of women, man. They'll bring you down, man. They'll destroy your spirit. You be in the negative with them, laid up, curling in the bed. you know, in a state of depression, dealing with these type of women, and they do it to steal your energy. They energy vampires. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, that's what they really are, energy vampires. They taking your energy. When you lay with them, a woman takes your energy. Okay, so there is a thing called sex magic. You know what I'm saying? Uh, that's why it's vital who you give your body to, because you can give it to a witch or a wrong person, and next thing you know, you spiraling down that road. You know, because you done gave your piece of you to the wrong, to a wicked woman. All right. Um. So Proverbs 21:9 said it's better to dwell in the corner. Ooh, sorry. It says it's better to dwell in a corner of a housetop than with a broad woman in a wide house. So it's better to sit in a corner in your house to yourself than deal with a brawling woman. Okay, like and the one scripture said, what he say in apocrypha, he was like, man, it's better to I'd rather be in a den and a lion's den than be in a house with a brawling woman. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather be fighting against a lion than be sitting up in a house with a raging woman, man. That shit is so depressing, bro. Like it'll destroy you. Um, so I'm gonna read that again. It says it's better to dwell in the corner of a housetop than with a brawling woman in a wide house. It says brawling. It says is a noisy Quarrel means argument, a squabble, or a fight. Okay, she always putting her hands on you and stuff like that. You know, because she a woman and you a man, and you know, men, we talk not to hit women. So those type of women like that will put their hands on you, bro. They'll beat your tail. They'll beat your ass. You know what I mean? And won't take accountability and apologize for their action. They never apologize for their action. 9 times out of 10, most of them are narcissistic as well. All right. So it says, so stay away from a clamorous woman and a brawling woman. Okay, so we go to Proverbs 21:19. It said it's better to dwell in the wilderness than in a contentious and angry, or in a contentious and an angry woman. Okay, so contentious is tending to argue or strive or quarrelsome. Okay, so men, stay away from women who like to start arguments. All right. It says in Proverbs 30:20, it says, such is the way of an adulterous woman. She is earthly, right? All they care about is worldly things and earthly things, and going to get their nails done and getting their hair done and going on dates and spending at expensive restaurants and taking trips and this. Those are worldly things. She ain't got no spiritual significance. None. Okay? Um, it says she eateth and wipeth her mouth. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? I ain't even know what's gonna say that after that. You know, I'm just going off of insight of what we deal with women. Okay, it says she eateth and wipeth her mouth. It says and saith, I have done no wickedness. Okay, that's crazy. You know, so brother, stay away from an adulterous woman. She is full of deceit. They're deceitful, man. You know, they're deceitful. They're deceivers. They're manipulators, man. You know how many times we look on the internet and women be like, "Oh, I ain't going to a date at this time." Like, they basically they don't got half of what the man got that they're trying to date, for one. So they want a high value man. They want a rich man. They want a man that make over $100,000 a year. All this stuff, and all the while they making 25, $30,000 a year. But you want this high class man, and you not even making a quarter of what he make. So what makes you think you worthy enough to even be in the same room with this man? You know what I'm saying? Because you look beautiful, because you look good. That don't mean nothing. Where your spirit at? What can you offer that man? What can you bring the table to that man other than some tail? You know, what can you bring that man? Can you bring him any type of happiness? Can you bring him any type of value? Can you bring anything to the table to make him more successful as a man that he is? Can you do anything like that? What can you bring to the table other than that thing or somebody else's kids? What do you have to offer? All right, so people need to fix themselves, man. Um, so if you go to Second Ezra 16:49, it says as uh as a whore envious envious a right honest and virtuous woman. So like as a whore envious a right and honest and virtuous woman. So like virtuous women, they hate those type of women. They hate those type of women because they're a virtuous woman. They're a righteous woman. Okay, they don't live by the same codes and creeds and morals and standards. All right. So if you go to if you look up a term of a whore is a woman who engages in promiscuous sexual intercourse, usually for money, prostitution, harlot, and strumpet. Okay, so they want a man that makes $250,000 a year to take care and to pay all their bills, uh, buy them cars and all this type of stuff. Basically, be a provider to take care of them, something like that. So basically, you're exchanging your body for money because you ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing to offer that man. You want him to pay for everything. So what's that? That's a whore. You a hoe. It is what it is. But in today's society, they glorify being whores. It's glorified nowadays to be a hoe. So all these females want they letting out the true hoe in them. You know, because they see all the Nicki Minaj. I ain't gonna say Nicki Minaj, but the music that she produces is whoredom. But she has to do that to keep her fans because that's what they want to hear from her. They don't want to hear Nicki Minaj talking about how she married and living a good life and loyal to her man. They don't want to hear that shit. They don't want to hear that shit from Cardi B. Cardi B been screaming out for months how she want to change her image. She tired of making that type of music because she don't live that life no more. She married and got kids and want to be a wife. You know what I'm saying? She don't want to be out here taking her clothes off on stage, dancing to entertain you motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? For a check. She tired of that. That's what she got out of the stripping business for. She didn't do that to go deeper in the game with it. But that's what they had to do to keep their pockets paid because that's what the people are dumbed down to want to hear. They don't want to hear women like Aretha Franklin no more. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to hear the old Mary J. Blige. Okay? The old Queen Latifah. Or the old who else? The old let me see, who else I could throw out there? Lauryn Hill, you know, Erykah Badu. They don't want to hear that type of stuff. Jill Scott, they don't want to hear that no more. Um, so when you go to Ecclesiastes 9:3, it says, "Meet not with the harlot." It says, "Lest thou fall into her snares." Okay. So a harlot is a prostitute and a promiscuous woman and a prostitute or a whore. Promiscuous means characterized by or involving indiscriminate mingling and association, especially having sexual relations with a number of partners or are on a casual basis. Okay, now we got this thing. All these women are singles and they just out here having sex. They don't even want to get married no more. You know what I'm saying? They just want to be single and fuck who. I mean, excuse my French. They want to be single and mingle with whoever they feel they should and choose and want to. Okay, they're not even looking for marriage. They think the men ain't worthy enough for marriage. When all actuality, men is not really checking on them like that. We ain't out here looking for them because we already know what we gonna be dealing with. So we just like, man, we just gonna stay to ourselves, you know. And then as soon as you get with these type of women, the first thing they gonna do is say you cheating because that's what they doing, you know. So they figure like that's what you doing. Nah, I'm trying to build, I'm trying to grow, I'm trying to, prosper. Most men is trying to prosper right now. These women is out here, they gone, man. So, um, so seek not after a promiscuous woman. You go to Ecclesiastica 25:16. It says, I'd rather dwell. Oh, that's what I was talking about earlier about the lions den. Okay, it says, I'd rather dwell with the lion and the dragon than to keep to a house with a wicked woman. It says, the wickedness of the woman changes her face and darken her countenance like sackcloth. So you ever see their face change when they get mad? They look like a straight demon, angry. And it's hard to calm them down. I watch it sometimes just to see the demon in them. You know what I'm saying? And then see how long she go and then watch when her mood change. You know what I'm saying? Then that's when you know you're dealing with a demon. Cause then she gonna come back 2 hours later like nothing never happened. Like, did you not just forget all the stuff that you just said? You know what I'm saying? Like you just talked about my mama. You know what I'm saying? Like the hell? You think I'm just gonna apologize and be cool with you now after you done disrespect me and my whole family and my kids? Like they're crazy. But let you do that to them, you got it's gonna be World War III. You know, um, and they will not apologize. They will never apologize. You can apologize for the actions of the wrong you do to them 1,000 times. You can go your whole relationship and die and never got an apology from your wife, not one, or whatever woman you was dealing with, and that's sad. You know. Um, So if you go to 17, it says the wicked woman changes her face and darken her countenance like sackcloth. It says her husband sits amongst his neighbors, and when he hears it, he sighs bitterly. Okay, so we go sit amongst other men and our neighbors, and you ever had a man come to you talking about all his problems he having with his woman? That's that husband that's got that brawling wife, that bitter woman. Okay. It says, he sits among his neighbors, and when he heareth it, he shall sigh bitterly. Okay. It says, all the wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. So it says, all the wickedness is little but unto the wickedness of a woman. Like, women can bring down a whole nation. That's how powerful they are. You know, let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. Okay. So when these women get these unrighteous men and these so-called bad men, these men that ain't nothing, it's because she wicked herself. You only gonna attract what you are. If you was a righteous woman, you're gonna attract a righteous man. If you a wicked woman, you're gonna attract a wicked man. If you a wicked man, you're gonna attract a wicked woman. If you a wicked, if you a righteous man, you're gonna attract a righteous woman. You know, so that's what it be, bro. So it goes one. You can't have one without the other. So when a woman out here talking stuff about her man, or a man out here talking stuff about his woman, 9 times out of 10 he wicked too. That's why he got that woman. But he trying to get up out of there, you know, because he might be trying to change his wickedness, but she don't want to change. So it draws you right back into the same wickedness, you know. So you got to remove yourself from that situation, man. You gotta evict the demons out your life, you know. Um, So it says all weakness is little, but the weakness of a woman. It says let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. It says as climbing up out of the sand. It says out of a sandy way is the feet of an age. defeated age of the age. Okay, it says, so is the wife full of words to be quiet, to be a quiet man, stumble not at her beauty of a woman. It says, and desire in her, and not for her pleasures. Okay, so it says, stumble not at her beauty and of her desires, and not of her pleasures. All right. Um, it says, a woman, if she maintain her husband, is full of anger and prudence and a much reproach. So you're always gonna have to correct her. It's always gonna be a problem. You're always gonna have to reproach her and stuff like that, man. I don't know where the hell these flies just came from. But it says, and a wicked woman abideth the courage and maketh a heavy countenance, and a wounded heart a woman will not comfort her husband in distress, and maketh weak hands and feeble needs. Okay, so she not gonna comfort her husband in the times when he's stressed, and the times when he need her most. She not gonna comfort him when he really need her. You know, she don't even know how to comfort him. You know, so we're gonna look at what countenance means. It means appearance, um, especially the look or expression of the face. It says calm facial expressions, composure. Um, it says approval, favor, encouragement, moral support. Okay, so if she don't give you more support, she not the one for you. Okay, if she always calm in her facial expression, then and composure, then 9 times out of 10 she's a countenance woman. Okay, um, it says and appearance, especially the look or expression of the face. Okay, so when she gives you that evil facial expression, that's a countenance woman. Okay, um, for example, well, I ain't gonna use an example, but avoid a wicked woman, and a wicked woman will change her appearance of her face and darken her countenance. Okay. In Ecclesiastes 26:7 says what? But grief, it says, but grief over the heart and sorrow is a woman that is jealous over another woman. All right. And the scourge of the tongue which communicated with all. It says, an evil wife is a yoke shaken to and fro. It says, he that has hold of her is as though he is held as a scorpion. So you ever feel like you just held there, you can't get out of this relationship, and she got some hold on you, you know, man, that's a that's that grief and that jealousy, you know what I'm saying, of that woman. Okay, it says the evil wife is a yoke shaken to and fro. You know what I'm saying? She always want to go out to the club. She always want to run with her girls. She always here and there, here and there, here and there, here and there. She never at home doing what a wife's supposed to do. You know. Um, so let's see what grief is. Grief is mentally suffering or distress over affliction or a loss or sharp sorrow, painful or regret. So a lot of times they regret things that they done in their life. They regret the life that they have. They regret having kids with with men who they feel like they should have never had kids with. You know what I'm saying? That's all part of that grief from their own dumb decisions. You know, and they take it out on you, and that ain't got nothing to do with me. You don't take it out on the person that you really need to take it out on. You take it out on me. When you be sitting take it out on yourself and the man you laid with, that you knew he wasn't nothing when you laid with him. You just wanted some of that thing, but you had multiple kids with him. I don't understand that concept. Okay. Um, Jealousy is a feeling of resentment because of another's success, advantage, etc. So when you find your new woman, you find another woman, or you dealing with another woman outside of her, she gonna do everything in her power try to break that relationship up. You know what I'm saying? Because she's jealous, right? Because you found something good. and she's resenting. She has resentment towards that. So she gonna do everything in her power to break that relationship up. These are the type of women you need to stay away from. It says feeling of resentment because of another success or advantage. Even if you succeed in yourself, she gonna try to destroy your empire you trying to build for yourself because she sees success and she not successful. But that's her own problem. It has nothing to do with you. You not there to hold her hand across the street. She a grown ass woman with kids. Get your shit together. All right. Resentment is anger, bitterness, or ill will. So avoid a woman who women who are jealous. All right. Um, Ecclesiastes 26 and 8 through 9 says, a drunken woman uh, and a gatter abroad causes great anger, and she will not cover her own shame. It says, for the whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and her eyelids. It says, drunken. One is intoxicated, drink frequently, drunk frequently, or habitual drunk. Okay, so you got to stay away from them type of women as well. Okay, because they're gonna be the women that's always arguing, fighting, and put their hands on you. Gonna catch the messages, going to jail. Police always getting called to the house. Stuff always getting destroyed. Windows getting busted out. Clothes getting set on fire. Or bleached, painted, or whatever they want to do. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Uh, and Gatter says to move relentlessly and aimlessly from one place to another. So they moving from place to place relentlessly with no aim or direction or nothing. They just going here and there and there and there, and they don't have no straight direction of what they want to do with themselves. Okay, haughtiness. Okay, is disdainful, proud, snobbish, scornful, arrogant, and uh, what does it say? Supercilious. I don't even know what that means, but it's spelled super supercilius, supercilious. Okay. Um, so it says men avoid a woman who is drunk a lot and who is gathered also with men. And so that's also with men who want us aimlessly as well. That refer to men as well. It says also avoid a whore and she is known by her arrogance. Her arrogance she is. It says a woman with pride who thinks that they just got it all together. It says avoid these type of women. All right, basically. So in Ecclesiastes 26, 22, and 23, it says a harlot shall be accounted as spittle, but a married woman is a tower against death to her husband. Okay, so a married woman is a tower against death to her husband. Her husband will be fruitful. He gonna live a long life being married. Okay, the ones that are unmarried and married and you dating these harlots and women like this, you gonna have a short life. You know, she gonna drive you because stress kills. So she gonna drive you to the point to where you gonna get sick, you gonna get ill, you gonna get ulcers, you gonna get all this type of stuff dealing with her, high blood pressure. You know what I'm saying? She gonna kill you because she's stressing you out. Okay, and a lot of these women know that, and they gonna do that because they want to collect their insurance money. So they gonna give you hell until you die, and then they go take your money and be off with the next nigga or the next man. I'm finna kill this fly. I'm on damn nerve. But anyway, I don't know where it came from, man. That's what I'm saying, man. It's a witch in this house or something, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what Baal is. He's the fly god. You know what I'm saying? So when flies appear out of nowhere, man, it's a demon around. That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Who done sent this? I rebuke your spirit. Get up out of here. You're not welcome here. You and your flies. Move around. In the name of the Most High. You know. But for real though, um, let's see. So, like we said, a harlot is a prostitute, promiscuous woman, or a whore, right? Um, so it says right here, it says basically the spittle means spit, saliva, things like that. So it says a harlot should be accounted as saliva, spit, but to a married woman is a tower against death to her husband. All right. It says the wicked woman is is given as a portion to a wicked man. Remember, I just said that. So, uh, so a wicked woman is going to attract a wicked man. A wicked man is going to attract a wicked woman. So if you dealing with a wicked woman or a wicked man, then that's probably 9 times out of 10 you wicked yourself. Okay. So when you change yourself, if she don't want to change, then put her away and go find you a righteous woman. You know. Um. So it says a wicked woman giveth her portion to a wicked man, but a godly woman is given to unto a man that fear the Lord. Okay, so if your man fears the Lord and he fear the Lord, then he gonna give you a godly woman. Okay, and you're not gonna go through none of these things. You know, what I'm saying y'all relationship is gonna be top tier. You know, uh, so let's see. So avoid a harlot and men avoid a harlot. Uh, avoid a harlot and men avoid wicked women. Okay. So in Ecclesiastes 26:25 says, a shameless woman shall be counted as a dog. Okay. It says, but she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord. So a shameless woman is a woman showing no shame. Okay. They show no shame. Okay. Done without shame, without decency or modesty, right? We was talking about modesty earlier with these women showing their body and their clothes and their body and stuff like that. OnlyFans models and all the stuff. These type dudes, some of them just be regular, we regular chicks. You know, excuse me. So it says, she shall be counted as a dog. And what is a female dog? A female dog is what? A bitch, right? So I don't know why they get mad when you call them a bitch, because that's what you are. You a bitch. You a shameless woman, right? It says, brother, avoid shameless women. Okay. So in Ecclesiastes 25:13, it says, give me any plague. Okay. It says, but the plague of the heart and any wickedness, but the wickedness of a woman. Okay. So he said, give him a plague over any heart of a wickedness of a woman. Okay. So he rather get a plague than deal with a wicked woman. All right. He rather get sick and die than deal with a wicked woman. Okay. So men, avoid wicked women. Okay. It says these scriptures give us um or give me any wicked, or it says the scriptures say give me any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman. Okay. It says, brothers, be careful of the women, it says take heed to the signs and women you should avoid and stay away from. It says these types of women. Okay. So of this is um the conclusion is that many men have erred and sinned, okay, and have I can't even talk, and perished because of a woman. Okay, it says, men, be very careful of the type of women, okay, who you interact with. Man, this fly is getting on my nerves. But it says, it says, be very careful of the type of women you interact with. It says the wits. It says wits is understanding, intelligence, and sagacity. Sagacity. I don't even know how to say that word. Um, and synonyms of wisdom, wise, and sense. Okay. Okay. So if you're gonna deal with a woman who got wisdom, who's wise, and who has sense. Okay. So first Ezra 4:22 through 27 says, By this also ye must know that women have dominion over you. Okay. Remember when I said that women are powerful, could bring down armies? Okay, so they can hold a power over you, man. It says, do not labor to toil and to give and bring all to a woman. So with a lot of these women today, they always want to provide. They want you to provide. They want you to pay all the bills and take care of them and all this type of stuff. And right here in the Bible, the Most High God, the God that they say that they love, okay, says what? It says, by this also ye must know that women have dominion over you. It says, do ye not labor, toil, and give, and bring all to the woman. Okay, keep something for yourself. Don't give it all to her. You know what I'm saying? It says, ye, a man taketh his sword and goeth his way to rob, steal, and kill, or to rob and steal, and to sail upon the sea and upon the rivers. It says, and he looketh upon a lion and goeth in the darkness. Okay, so they'll steal and rob for a woman to please a woman. It says, and looketh upon the lion and go in the darkness when he hath stolen and spoiled and robbed, and he bringeth it to his love. Okay, so he's stealing and robbing and doing all this stuff just to bring it to a woman to satisfy her needs. Okay, the Jezebel spirit. It says, wherefore a man loveth his wife better than the father or mother. Okay, so it says, yea, many there. It says, yea, yeah, many there be that have run out of their wits for a woman. So you running out of your wisdom and your sense and your mind all over a woman. Okay, um, and become servants for their sake. So now you becoming a servant to this woman because she done got your head messed up. You know, she done whoosh on you. You know, it says many also have perished, erred, and sinned for women. Okay, so don't let these women bring you to a more of a piece of bread. You know, don't give your all to these women. Don't give all your money to these women trying to provide for these women because it's a manipulation tactic they're using to get you because society has taught them that this is what it's supposed to be, and it's not godly, it's not righteous, it's not divine. So if you want to know what a virtuous woman is, go read all Proverbs of 31, and it tells you about what a virtuous woman is. Okay, so this is just a quick video to show y'all the women that you should avoid. So the next video is gonna be men you should avoid. So I'm not gonna just keep it to just women. So these feminist women don't think I'm just bashing women because I'm giving up their dirty secrets. Okay, on how they manipulate men. Okay, uh, so uh, the next one is gonna be men that women should avoid. All right, so shalom and peace be unto you. Um, and Shalom, and have a blessed and beautiful day. I'm out. Well, I'm trying to be out. I don't even know how to end this video. Hold on, y'all.